We're here at 3D Experience World 2020 at the playground again, and this time I'm at the HP booth. I have a guest here, Brian. Brian,
hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hey, thanks for taking some time with us.
Absolutely.
Now, we were talking a little bit earlier, and you were telling me something really exciting about what HP is offering right now, and it's called the Z system. Is that correct?
Z Central.
Z Central.
Z Central.
Yeah.
So one of the first shows that we're actually showing it, so we're really excited about it. We have a lot of customers and users that are really interested in centralizing their workstation experience. You know, maybe they've got infrastructure limitations or security concerns, but they're really wanting to put all their workstation IP in a central location and then remote to it anywhere around the world.
Okay.
So that's what we're showing off with Z Central. So really there's two components to it. We have what was called RGS, or Remote Graphics Software. We've had that for many years, but it allows you to take any device, maybe a low CPU, a low GPU, could be a tablet, and then being able to remote into your Z workstation and being able to actually do rendering and simulations, taking your full Solidworks files anywhere in the world with you. We've renamed that Z Central Remote Boost. So that's what we're showing today. The new thing is we have something called Z Central Connect. The problem, or what some customers were asking for, is with remote graphics, you had to know the IP address of the exact system you wanted to dial into. Now we've got Z Central Connect. It's like a brokering system, sort of like an old school telephone operator. I just connect in and I've got pools created. So I can say this system is available to you, you now have access to it. So I don't have to worry about IP addresses. It really streamlines that whole process. And what's really nice is it's now from one single company. You've got the hardware, you've got the remoting software, and you've got the brokering solutions, all part of Z Central now.
Wow, so you can get all that from HP all together.
Correct.
Wow. So, and we've seen virtualization in the past. There's plenty of companies that do that, but you guys are doing it differently, especially with that brokering system.
Correct.
Which means that, you know, because in the past, I remember that was kind of like a single point of failure. It's like, if there was any kind of like little problem between me and that server I wanted to connect to, then it was like, you can't get this session.
Correct. And you'd have to band-aid it together. You'd have one software piece from one company, one software piece from another company, hoping that they would integrate together. Now, like I said, single company streamlines everything.
That's some really powerful technology from HP.
Really is.
Well, cool. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff at the booth. So, you know, let's take a walk around. Maybe you can show me some other things here. Now, you know, one of the great things about Z Central, you were talking about maybe some collaborative aspects of that. And what do we have here?
So again, you know, HP is unique end-to-end workflow. We've got, you know, mobile, desktop, display, and printers. So what we're showing here is one of our DesignJet printers. It is the ultimate in a collaboration perspective. It's really built-in scanner, built-in print, so you can actually print out something. People can collaborate, they can edit, they can draw, and then they can rescan it, digitize it, and then send it back out for additional collaboration.
Wow. So there's a scanner on this somewhere?
Yeah, so you got a scanner built in here.
Oh, wow.
So again, you know, print it out, do the edits, and then scan it back in, all from a single system.
And this is like a really high resolution printer. I mean, look at that print, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
So you can print that off this machine, you can take it to the boardroom, whatever, mark it up, and put it right back in here to scan it in.
Rescan it, put it back into digital.
Everything's digital.
Yeah.
That's amazing, really cool technology.
So very excited to be able to show this.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about some of the desktop machines and that sort of thing that you guys have on offer here.
So we really have a large portfolio.
Okay.
Really exciting is everybody's very interested in the Z2 Mini.
Yeah, the Mini here, of course.
You know, workloads get bigger, desk space gets smaller. So people are really excited about being able to have a professional class workstation, but in a small form factor. So this is our Z2 Mini. To give you kind of an idea, because people don't believe it, you know, you can go up to Xeon processor, you can go up to 64 gig of memory. We've got a NVIDIA Quadro 1000 class card, and you can do 2 terabytes of storage.
Wow.
So a lot of power in something really small. It's elegant enough to be on the desktop, but it's got a standard VESA mount, so you mount it behind a display, and you really have a flexible all-in-one and a really clean workspace. You can mount it under a desktop, you can even put it in a rack. So it ties nicely into that Z Central solution. I can have 54 of these in a rack and then just have it virtualized for users throughout the world.
Wow, so that's really interesting. So with the Z, and kind of going back to Z Central, this isn't just some kind of complex, super high level IT architecture.
No.
You're saying that you can take these minis, and you can use those for the Z Central system as well.
Exactly.
Wow.
And
okay.
that remote graphics software, that remote boost software, comes standard and free on any Z branded product. So if you buy this, you already have that remote boost capability, and then you would just have to purchase that that broker solution when we release it within next month or so.
I really like this form factor is great. I mean, it's not just small. You know, sometimes it's small and like kind of boxy, but this is like small and thin. I feel like I could just toss that in my backpack and take it with me on the go.
We actually have a lot of people that are interested in that because they've got displays and keyboard and mice at their different work locations. Yeah. They just pop this and they carry it with them. It's also toolless access, so you can start with what you need now, pop open the top, and upgrade it later.
So you're not locking it down.
You're not
like
locked down. It's not a sealed
some
device
manufacturers are doing these days where they weld the RAM chips on there and you can't deal with anything.
Exactly.
I really love that. Yeah. I'm a PC maker myself, so I like to make sure that, hey, in the future I want to add 8 more gigs of RAM. I want to be able to do that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so you're saying with this, you have full access.
Correct.
Which
and
is
then
great.
for those that need more power, more expandability, we have a large portfolio of traditional tower displays. So this, we've got it as a small form factor, we've got it as a mini tower, and then we can go up into our Z4, Z6, and Z8. So if you're needing dual processors with 3 terabytes of RAM, we've got anywhere from here all the way up to a workhorse beast.
All in this form factor.
This is just within that form factor. But if you want to get more expandable, we've got towers that can build up.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to get real and say I'm not going to put this in my book bag. So
yes.
I'm not going to take it with me. Although I feel like you dedefinitely could.
Right.
But you have some mobile workstations
we do.
that you want to show. Here we go.
So more and more people are becoming more mobile. Work sites and work locations are all around the world. So people are wanting to take that desktop performance and bring it into a mobile platform. And that's really what we're showing here. And just like we have on the desktop side, we've got a portfolio of mobile going from 14-inch all the way up to 17-inch. So right here we're showing off a couple of our 15-inch displays. Whether you're needing something that can go up to an RTX 3000 card, whether you're needing something that has pen and touch capabilities, or whether you're wanting something that can actually do VR content development. You're wanting to see your VRs or you're wanting to see your models in VR, you're wanting to do collaboration in VR, we can support that on the mobile side.
Now this looks like a pretty large assembly you have going on right here.
Yes.
And no problems.
None at all.
That's unbelievable. And hold on, this looks like, look at that.
360, yeah.
Yeah.
So you really have
Wait, hold on. I just did something. It's a touchscreen too.
Automatically resets. Yes. It really
got it all.
Everything
that you
need.
Wow.
And just like on the Mini, you can do Xeon processor. You can go 64 gig of RAM. You can go up to a 2000 class graphics. So you're getting full performance, but you're getting touch, pen, 360 capabilities to use it as a tablet as needed.
Wow. So that's really impressive. That's really cool.
Yes.
A ton of power in these.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you also said one more thing you wanted to show us was VR.
Was VR. Yep. So we're really showing 2 VR scenarios. One is more and more people are looking at mobile VR. So maybe they're going to a client site, maybe they're going to training, maybe they're going to a trade show. So this is showing our 17-inch mobile workstation being able to go up to a Quadro RTX 5000 graphics card. So you're actually doing VR content creation. This is not just VR viewing.
Not just viewing.
Yeah, so this is I'm creating in VR. I'm taking my SolidWorks models, I'm porting them, and I'm actually doing VR. And then this is the HP Reverb VR headset.
That looks really nice.
It really is.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time on Design ID. It's still based upon the Microsoft Mixed Reality platform, so it has commonality and consistency to integrate. But what we realized was that the resolution wasn't high enough in traditional VR headsets. So our Reverb is 2160 by 2160 per eye resolution. So you're now getting into that 4K resolution.
Okay, wow.
So when you're looking at models, when you're looking at textures within models, you're actually seeing real textures. And for the very first time, you can actually read text within a VR environment.
Wow. And we have another example here of some of that as well.
So what we're showing here is our Z4 desktop workstation with our 38-inch curved display running our HP Reverb headset.
So that little text there in green that says upper, they're able to read that inside.
They can read it. So you actually have high resolution, high focus, so you can actually, for the very first time, read that text in VR and be able to see the textures and really, that high resolution, high vis.
Yeah, that's extremely important, because when you're doing things like, as we can see right here, it's being on display, you need to have that feedback of like what's on the screen.
Exactly.
Who's seeing what? The text is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredibly important. It's nice to be able to do some digital markups and stuff with the big red pen and that sort of thing. But when you really need to get down to work, you need to see those dimensions. You need to see all that stuff.
Exactly. And you're really seeing VR move from a consumer gaming experience to actually being able to design models, look at models, collaborate on models, all in VR.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thank you so much
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming
helping
by.
us out. And if for people that are watching this, tell them where they can get more information about HP, how they can take a look at the Z Mini, or get more information on Z Central.
So everything we've talked about is our Z by HP brand. Z by HP is our professional series that's really designed for SolidWorks users. So when you go on HP.com's website, look for Z by HP, and everything I've talked about is on there.
Awesome. Thanks again,
Brian.
Brian.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.